Whoa, Black Betty, bam-a-lam, Black Betty had a child. Bam-a-lam, the damn thing gone wild. Bam-a-lam, she said a word not of mine. Bam-a-lam, the damn thing gone blind. Bam-a-lam, I said, oh, Black Betty, bam-a-lam, whoa, Black Betty, bam-a-lam.
Hey everyone, it is Mad Lab Press here. It is good to be back. And today I'm going to be diving right into this video. There is a lot to show you, so grab your popcorn and let's go. My followers always ask for follow-ups, so here is one. So back a few months ago, I was at a rally in Toronto and was being stalked by this female undercover cop. I posted a video about it, and a lot of people thought she wasn't a cop. She was following me around and thought she was a sneaky little spy. But little did she know, I've met her in the past when I was a cop. So fast forward to a few weeks ago, when I stumbled across this photo of her. She is now a sergeant with the Toronto Police. So I guess you have to suck really bad as a cop, and then you get promoted to sergeant. There are many stories of cops being arrested and charged with multiple offenses we either forget about or never hear about, because we all know police around the globe hate the truth and try to hide it any chance they get. So today, we're going to delve into a few of these unbelievable stories about cops who think they are above the law,
this is the
but
video
got
that
caught.
has Kelowna and the rest of the country talking today and questioning police officers' involvement in wellness checks. The incident happened here at this apartment building for UBC Okanagan students. It involved Corporal Lacey Browning and a nursing student, 20-year-old Mona Wang. It resulted in Browning dragging Wang across the building's lobby in front of other students and then stepping on her head. Actions all caught on surveillance cameras. In a civil lawsuit, Wang says she was in mental distress and her boyfriend called the RCMP to check in on her. Wang claims Browning found her lying in a semi-conscious state in her bathroom, but instead of providing help, she says the officer yelled at her to get up and kicked her in the stomach when she didn't. The surveillance video shows Browning pulling Wang, who is lying on her stomach and not moving, down a carpeted hallway and later into the lobby. Wang is handcuffed and only wearing pants and a bra, as other students come and go, some stopping to stare at her lying on the ground. When Wang lifts her head slightly, Browning forces it back down to the floor with her foot. None of the claims in the lawsuit have been proven in court. However, the video comes in the
This is Detective Constable Mandeep Sandhu. Now, Mandeep worked for the Toronto Police Service at 31 Division in Toronto, and he attended a massage parlor, a rub and tug, on his own one particular day to do a compliance check. Now, they cannot go and do compliance checks on their own, but Mandeep thought he was above the law and decided to go to the rub and tug and check it out for himself. So the victim testified that Sandhu appeared to be a customer when he rang the bell at the spa. She said he identified himself as a police officer, flashed his badge, and asked for her license information before requesting to see the second floor. Now, once inside one of the massage rooms upstairs, she said Mandeep sat on the bed and unzipped his pants. His gun was visible inside his open jacket. He commanded her to bend down and give him oral sex. Now, after she gave him oral sex, she spit his DNA into a cloth and hid it. Now, Sandhu had been a police officer for 11 years. The guy's married. And he testified that he posed as a customer, hoping to catch her offering to perform a sex act. So after she made an offer of $100 for fellatio, the 37-year-old said he identified himself as a police officer. This is according to this scumbag. He recorded her license information down and went to check the upper floor. He then said she followed him into one of the massage rooms where he submitted to her advances due to a lapse of judgment. Now, this guy is basically saying he went in there and she basically raped him. That's what he's saying. And this scumbag got 15 months in prison. Like, can you believe this? This guy is on duty. He basically raped this woman with his gun and his badge, and then turned around and said that she forced herself on him. It's unbelievable, and you can't make this up, guys. You cannot make this shit up. Here we have another Toronto cop, Travis Houston, who works at a 41 division. So Travis calls a prostitute and tells her to meet him at a hotel in the York region. When he arrives, Travis demanded sex and showed the woman his police-issued firearm, which he had on his hip. Houston was later arrested and charged with facing 3 charges, including obtaining sexual services for consideration, possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose, and mischief. This guy only had 2 years on the job. Now, this is former Toronto police officer, Sergeant Christopher Hurd, who was a big-time predator, a sexual predator. He worked downtown Toronto, and he would frequent the area of King Street very late at night, mostly when the bars were getting out, and approach women that were walking alone or riding their bicycles alone. Tell them they were too intoxicated to get home and that he would drive them home for their safety. So obviously the women think, okay, I'm getting into a police car with a police officer, I'm going to be safe. As soon as they would get into the car, Sergeant Hurd would attack them and sexually assault them. Nice guy. So here we have another one out of the Niagara Regional Police Service. And an officer with the Niagara Regional Police Service is facing sex assault charges related to a massage business he had allegedly been running out of his home in Colborne, Ontario. He was 50 years old. His name is David Kokoli. He's a 28-year member of the Niagara Regional Police. And he had a business on the side, a massage business. And he had 2 Facebook pages, one under the name of Dave Allen, as well as one under the name of Massage by Dave. And he would sexually assault his victims when they came to his home. And of course, like everybody else in the police department, he was suspended with pay. So here's another one for you. This is Police Constable Daniel Han of the Toronto Police Service, 14 Division. And he was the first responder on a sudden death call in Parkdale. Now, after the coroner arrived on scene, the apartment was searched for the man's identification. The coroner and Han found several $20 bills in a drawer of the man's nightstand. The coroner testified in court that he told Han to secure the money. When the coroner later notified the man's brother of his death, he told him about the cash. But when the brother went to the apartment, the money was nowhere to be found. He contacted 14 Division detective about the missing money, and according to an agreed statement of facts detailed in the decision, the detective emailed Hahn to ask if any valuables had been seized during the death investigation. Typical liar Han, the agreed statement replied saying he only saw some gift cards on the top of the dresser. Bullshit. The detective advised Han that he was only asking because the deceased brother told him that the coroner told him there was a bunch of cash in one of the drawers. 15 minutes later, Han called the detective back saying repeatedly, "I fucked up. I fucked up." The detective told Han he would have to take action. Han was later criminally charged, and 5 months later, he returned the money to the service. 5 months later, he returned the money. It was $360 that the guy stole, and he returned it 5 months later. Han denied all of the allegations at the tribunal. He testified in his own defense, saying he did not want to seize the money because of the extra work it would create. Because he didn't have a property bag with him, he said. He put the cash in his cargo pants pocket. He said he counted the money at the scene and intended to follow procedure for safekeeping it. He testified that once back at the station, he forgot to report the money. He forgot to put it in a property bag and forgot to store it in a locker. Pathetic. And lastly, we have Police Constable Kehu Lee, who worked out of 11 Division. Lee was tasked to take photographs of a victim. So when he reached the address, he had an argument with a fellow officer who was on scene. And after the altercation, Lee told his partner that he was with that he wanted to shoot the other officer in the head. Lee was eventually charged with discreditable conduct, where the hearing officer punished Lee by demoting him from 3rd-class constable to 4th-class constable for a period of 6 months, which would have cost them about $5,470. Lee appealed the decision, claiming the punishment was harsh. Yeah, harsh after threatening to shoot a fellow officer in the head with your service weapon. In the end, Lee was only docked 7 days' pay, which amounts to about $1,680. Pathetic, isn't it? Now, at the tribunal hearing, the superintendent in charge of all this said, for a fully uniformed officer equipped with a firearm to threaten to shoot another officer in the head is unconscionable. This is coming from a superintendent. Now, just when I was finishing this film, I received this video of yet another Toronto cop tyrant assaulting people for no reason. This happened yesterday, Monday, February 24th. And this happened all because the man wanted to speak with this cop, and his ego and lack of training takes over. I personally am going to find out who this piece of crap is and expose him, because we all know nothing happens to Toronto cops, right? This is Mad Lab Press.
Let's go say hi to Officer Brian. Peacefully respectful. Hi, Salman. How are you? Good.
Small portion.
Get out of my face, no talking.
Thank you.
Get out of my face, no talking. Get out of my face, no talking. Okay, leave.
What
Go
are
back
you
to your
doing?
side.
Oh!
Go back to your side. I'm not here to do this again all day with you guys. That's not every time with you. I'm done with you.
What
Get
are
back.
you doing here, Officer Ibrahim?
You know
I
what you're
just
trying
say to
do.
say hi to
Get
you.
back.
I just
Get
come
back.
to say
Get
that
back.
hi to
You
you.
smell
I am
like
not. I
marijuana.
am
Get out of here.
peaceful. I am
Stop
loyal. I
smoking
don't do
like
anything
this.
wrong.
Get back.
What's wrong with you? What's problem with your mental health?
Please don't block the
Control
driveway.
your anger, please.
Just over here for me, guys.
Please control your anger.
They're probably not on our
What's wrong
side.
with you? I just came to say hi to you, Officer Ibrahim.
Out of the driveway, right here. That's all I'm asking you. Out of the driveway.
I'm here. There you go. Perfect. I just came peacefully to say hi to Officer Ibrahim. Okay? Okay? And I am respectful to you as well.
Come on, guys.
Thank you for keeping jihadis safe.